Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I am going to be planning for August and reflecting on July. I'll be setting up everything through Notion for more long-term planning, my bullet journal for more day-to-day short-term planning, as well as sharing a lot of monthly favorites and setting up my monthly budget. Please let me know in the comments down below. Was July a fast month, a slow month for you? Because for me, it went by so fast. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. In case you're looking to plan along with me, I do have a free template of this that you're able to duplicate. If you go down to the link in my description, you'll see a duplicate icon in the top right hand corner, and then you'll have access to your own little Notion template to get you started. Let's go ahead and just jump in to July reflection. So first and personal, I did find a book to get me out of my reading slump. We'll talk about that in the next section in monthly favorites. Get back into routines. I initially put this because at the end of June, we were coming back from some travel, and then make one new recipe. If you've been following me for the last couple months, you would know that I've had this make one new recipe goal for 3 months now. I'm someone who will just make the same thing until I'm sick of it, but last night I did make something new. I made this beef Tuscan pasta and it was okay. Like, I don't think it was great. Like, I probably wouldn't make it again, but I do think there are some things that I would tweak to make it a little bit better. But anyway, it just reignited the passion that I have for cooking and trying new recipes. I really enjoyed that and I'm glad that I did it. Like, I liked the process maybe a little bit more than the end result, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And then plan YouTube content for August. I did like a robust planning session because I do have a lot of travel in August and I don't want to miss an upload. That was pretty important to me. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But I do feel good about August. Fitness and health, continue 1 run a week. I kind of fell off of that because I was sick and I wasn't able to do a longer run. So I'm just gonna keep those there for now. And then career, I did check off build relationships with new leaders. If you're new here, I'm a senior administrative assistant and my company went through quite a big shakeup with layoffs and restructuring and all that stuff. Now we're kind of in the aftermath of like, how do we all work together with all these changes? This goal, I just decided to check it off because it's really hard to measure. So it's checked off for now, but I know that that's like a goal that I want to do. And then confirm August PTO dates and like backup admin support. I'm still waiting on something else before I confirm that, so TBD there. And then other, get birthday plans on the calendar with Luke and friends, and then look up dates for one of our upcoming trips. So we did both of those things, which was great. And then end of month reflection. It went by really fast. I don't know about you, but there was something about July where it just went by really, really quick. And I don't know if that's like because I was sick or if it's just summer is just naturally a busier time with plans with friends and family and travel, but it just went by so fast that I'm kind of a little sad about it because it means that like we're halfway through summer. But I'm trying not to think about that. I'm trying to be like really present. Let me know down below in the comments if this was a fast month for you. But moving on, memorable moments. I had COVID for the second time in 6 months. I was able to finally get out of my reading slump, and I had the best birthday with no birthday blues, which if you know me personally, you know I'm someone who gets the birthday blues like pretty hardcore, but this month I didn't get it at all. And then I did some birthday journaling, which was really good. I ended up doing like buckets of where I am now with my age. I just turned 27, and I did career, friends, my relationship with Luke, my relationship with my family, my relationship with myself, and then I wrote where I am right now at the start of 27, and then I want to revisit it when I'm like at the end of 27, then redo something like that going into 28. I'm excited to visit that in a year. These last 2 haven't happened yet because I'm filming this early, but I know that her wedding is going to be so fun, so I'm adding that here. And then I also did lots of Swimply time. I don't know if you know what Swimply is, but it's a website where you can rent pools, like local pools. And this is like not sponsored. I just love Swimply because I'm a pool girl at heart. Lots of good Swimply time. And then things that I learned. Okay, now we're getting into it. there might be some potential changes in my content. You've been following me for a bit, you would notice that my last 2 videos were actually kind of styled a little bit different and like a little bit different pacing. They were much slower. Personal life feels like kind of chaotic right now, and it's chaotic in a good way. It's just like feels really fast paced, and so I'm really craving that like slowness, and so that's just translating into my videos. I don't really know like what the content's gonna look like long term, but I think it's gonna be maybe more of just like a sense of like slowness and appreciation for like the little things. I think it also just reflects better with my channel, the name of my channel, Slow Down with Samantha, my tagline of bringing you a sense of calmness every Sunday. It's good change, but let me know what you think down below in terms of like, are those videos that you like seeing? Also, if you don't like those videos and you unsubscribe, like I understand, no biggie. And then lastly, things I want to improve on: journaling. I just really loved the birthday journaling that I did, so I'm kind of hoping I can bring more journaling into my life. Where in the routine does journaling fit? I don't know. Anywho, that's kind of on that, but enough of July reflection. Let's get into some monthly favorites. I really enjoy these monthly favorite sections when I watch them from other content creators. I just love seeing what people are consuming right now, like what books, what TV, what products, etc. So let's jump in. And I want to first start with the book that got me out of my reading slump, and that is Ripe by Sarah Rose Etter. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Sarah. You're somebody who likes the Apple TV show Severance, where it's very unsettling, a lot of dystopian undertones. You might like this book. I would say that it's pretty dark, so if you're someone who is in a rough place with their current work situation, this will either be a book to steer clear from or a book to turn to. I could see somebody who is in a rough place with work finding that this book is like almost like triggering those problems more, or I could see them reading this and feeling really seen and heard. So it's kind of up to you, but if you're looking to read this, I would definitely look at the trigger warnings. The thing that really drew me into this and made it be the book that got me out of my slump is that the style is literary fiction, so it reads really beautifully. Like every sentence, every word choice is so carefully constructed, and as an English major, creative writing minor, I just love that. Writing style is what kept me into this book. There were some things that I wasn't in agreement on in terms of the choices that were made in this book, but I don't want to get into that because I don't want to spoil it for other people who might want to read this. But overall, I enjoyed it. It got me out of my slump. It's definitely dark, so again, check out trigger warnings if you're looking to read it. And then the next book is Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson, and I loved this book. It was such a great palate cleanser compared to Ripe. Ripe is this book on dystopian capitalism, and it's super dark. There's a lot of like mental health issues at play. And then Nothing to See Here is more of like class analysis, but it's magical realism, and it's very lighthearted magical realism where we're centered on these 2 friends, and one of them hears from her high school friend that she hadn't heard from in a long time, and she was basically asking her for help in terms of caring for her stepchildren. And the thing with her stepchildren is that they spontaneously combust, so they catch on fire, which sounds so silly, and it's because it is silly. Like, it's a metaphor in a lot of ways. It was really good. It was so lighthearted. It was a great palate cleanser after reading something so heavy. In terms of shows, we started watching 6 Feet Under, and every piece of content that I consume in terms of like podcasts, other YouTube channels, everybody's talking about 6 Feet Under, and I think it's because they added it to Netflix kind of recently. It's so good. I love watching TV from this era because it was made in the early 2000s, and so the budgets aren't super big yet to start off. Usually the pilot episode isn't very good compared to TV now. It's a really fun show. I've never seen anything like it before, and I also think if you're gonna watch it, give it like 4 episodes. We didn't really feel like super into it until like the 3rd or 4th. Each episode is like an hour long, routine, so it's definitely a longer show, but I see why this was so popular back in the day. It's really good and I'm really enjoying it. Overall, this is what I've kind of been consuming lately. Watched this far, please let me know down below in the comments what you're watching right now, what you're reading right now. I'm always loving recommendations, so please let me know. But anyway, let's get into August goals. So first in August goals and personal, I have buy YouTube camera and related equipment. I have been looking to do this for a while now, and I think now that I'm past like the 6-month mark and I'm past the 500 subscribers mark, like I want to keep investing in my channel. I've actually been wanting to get a camera for like a couple months now, but it's just such a big purchase and I get a lot of buyer's remorse and wanting to make sure I'm making the right choice. This month the camera is happening, it's just which one am I getting, just because I do get quite a bit of decision fatigue. And then fitness and health. Last month when I was sick for like a week and a half, I feel like I lost all my strength from working out and being active, and I'm actually a pretty active person, but after that week and a half I was just like so disappointed, and it was really hard getting back into it after losing all that strength and endurance. Maybe every time I'm in the pool I swim a lap. When I get in the pool I do like this many laps, and then right before I leave the pool I do this many laps. Like, I don't know, just like some ways to kind of keep that like movement in my routine, even though I'm gonna like be out of my routine. I don't really know, but I want to have some sort of movement still be in my routine, but I want it to be tweaked so that it fits like where I am, if that makes sense. I know I'm gonna lose a lot of that strength, like that's just part of it, but if I can do like little things that make me feel good, then I want to do that. I work out because it makes me feel good. If I can bring that like little piece into the travel routine, then that would be great. And then career, I actually meant to not put this one, so I'm gonna delete that. And then confirm August PTO. I still am waiting on something for this, but I'll know at the end of this week what's happening with that. And then other, confirm upcoming travel. Luke and I have some other travel that we'd like to get on the calendar, and it is on the calendar. It's more just like we need to like budget it out and price it out. Exciting things to come here, but like I said, I'm feeling a little bit of burnout in terms of routines and like doing too much, adding too much on top of like the busy summer. I'm just looking forward to August, where it's kind of this moment to enjoy my travel and to invest in myself and to take care of myself. Not a lot in August, to be honest, but that's okay. We'll probably be back in September with like getting back into routines and blah blah blah. So anywho, okay, let's go into August budget. And as a reminder, this budget is more of a guide for what's to come this month. It's not necessarily like, let's stick to this like exactly. It's more of just a moment of reflection on what is coming up in the monthly budget. When I'm making this, I don't stick to it 100%. It's more of just a reminder that there are some big purchases coming, or maybe there aren't any big purchases coming and this is more of a recovery month, like whatever it may be. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And I am in Google Sheets right now. I am gonna go up here to New, Google Sheets from a template, and I'm gonna go to monthly budget. And here's where we're at. And I'm just going to delete the rows that I don't use. If you've watched me for a while, you know that I always do this. And then I'm just gonna call this August 24 monthly budget. And then I always like to change these colors to be a little bit less scary. And then because I already have a monthly budget that I kind of pull from, I am literally just going to be copying and pasting from that. But in this section here, that's where you'd put your categories. So I'm just going to move over my categories. And then other things, just taking a look at this. I'm going to be traveling, but I'll still be purchasing groceries. So this feels right to me, especially because the place that I'm going is a bit more expensive. And then gas and transportation, like I feel like this should be like 100. And then medical, I do have one appointment this coming month for doctors, but I think that it's fair to bring this down to 35. Shopping, restaurants, and bars. Thinking about my trip that I have planned, I think that because I'm gonna be traveling, I'm probably gonna spend more on like going out to restaurants and stuff. So I think I'm gonna flip these just for that reason. And then monthly savings, honestly, I probably won't be able to save this month, so we'll just kind of see about that. And then Kiwi does not need anything this month, so she is good on litter, she's good on food, and that feels better to me. And then I also like to change these colorways to be a little bit happier, so I'm just gonna pull these colors from my July template, and all you need to do is look up hex codes that you like. So I like this little blue color, so I'm just gonna click on the bar and then click on this and change it to blue. I'm gonna do that with this one too. Feels much better to me. And then in terms of transactions, this is where you're tracking everything. So this is where you're gonna categorize certain things into the categories that you put on your summary. There are some things that I already know are coming up that I am just gonna automatically move over, but this feels right to me so far. And as you can see, the planned number is going up. So that is something to just kind of play around with. I hope that this helps you with your monthly budget. It's summer, it's a time when things get more expensive, and it's good to get into these good habits before the holidays come around, which, you know, it's far away, but it's also kind of just around the corner. This month's bullet journal theme is beach themed, so I'm going to be drawing an umbrella with some beach chairs, and then I always like to have a little spread for the days of the weeks, and then I start getting into the actual days itself, which have gratitude, affirmations, intentions, events, and highlights. And that concludes this month's bullet journal setup and this video. Thank you so much for watching.